Hello, Chris. How are you, buddy? I want to play video games. All right, first game stream in the new studio. Feels pretty comfortable, actually. Especially since Stella just left. The weird thing will be that people in the house are going to be able to hear exactly what I'm saying and doing, which I don't really like. When I'm trying to have a stream of consciousness discussion with people that are not in the house. Ah, boy. Anyways, Chris, good to have you. Oh. Alright, let's pop it in the pooper, buddy boy. Where am I? There I am. I'm sitting in a different chair. Little down now. A little concerned about that music stream theme at first. Oh, must try to figure out the NES and all that. Mega Drive. Yeah, I think it's kind of like, you gotta compromise with these little kids. These little kids in their, It's like, as much as I'd like to go, no, we're just going to do the NES. I understand where they're coming from because I myself, I don't really have any interest in, like, anything older than the NES at all for music, so whatever. Exactly, yeah. But someone only listening to half of it, right? So that is a bit weird for me. Okay. What are we doing here? I'm fairly comfortable in this chair. I feel like I'm just sitting back and playing video games, you know? Not so much in like a computer chair. Yeah, the NES would have been pretty good. Did we end up saying Mega Drive, though, too? Oh, boy. I could probably use it. This TV is, like, way too high off the ground. Oh, yeah. And it was, yeah, a lot of good tracks and inventiveness and, like, pretty good variety. There's also a lot of crap from then, too. I'd say, like, the way it is now, I mean, almost every single game has got, like, a fantastic, has, like, a pretty strong soundtrack. Because there's just so many good composers out there.
You're right.
There's more, I mean, there's so many good composers, musicians looking for work, right? Whereas with, oh god, this game looks good. With the NES, there was a whole bunch of garbage. Look at them. Building this thing back up. Isn't that nice? Alright, where are we off to? Oh, press start. Press start for the map. How crazy is that? Oh, there we go. See, I don't play any Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, open world games, but I have a feeling this is how they work. You know, like, win the little area and bring it into fruition. A road to fruition. I gotta get one of those, Rode PSA 1 boom mics. Rescue Lord Shimura! Yeah, but in progress. Act 1. No, that's like the whole game. Recruit Lady Masaka. R1, Journal. Okay, Jin's Journey, Tales of Tsushima. The Sensei and the Student. 2 of 9 of those tales, not of his thing. Right? Meet him at his dojo. I don't want to do that just yet. The other side of Onna. Minor legend, minor range, charm, minor legend, minor legend. I'm looking for major legends increases. So we would go to just 1 or 2 games of an NES playlist. Yeah, man. Pick any Mario game. Could do a whole episode on a Mario game, no problem. If this was more like if it was just like a podcast that I was doing by myself or like with one guest, I could easily do, you know, yeah, I could do a spotlight on like Super Mario 2 or Metroid or something, you know. But because we're doing it with a lot of other people contributing, I think it makes sense how we're doing it right now. But it's fun to see it evolve, and it keeps evolving. Not this one. What's the, there we go. There. Lady Moscow. Major legend increase. That's what I want. Let's do that one. The women of Clan Adachi are warriors of great renown. If they survive the invasion, they could help me free Lord Shimura. I like how this guy's only concerned about himself. She goes, we need to save my brother. He's like, yeah, because the sooner we save your brother, we can do what I want to do. Blood on the grass. I like these guys too. You get Ronin attire. And they also seem, one of the guys, the voice actor from the main Straw Hat guys seemed like he's from Last of Us Part 2. So I want to play that game, you know? Oh god, I had it on padding. No wonder I had to crank it so much. Ooh. Just do that while you're playing the games? What do you mean? You usually give a good amount of insight into your views on a game while you're playing during the stream. Yeah, sort of like a review. Yeah, we could just play Mario 2 and talk about it. Okay, let's go do this one. Major legend increase. Or hers too. Major legend increase. We'll track her brother down. Let's go do it. Maybe I could use this as a warm-up, though. Okay, we'll do this one. Show on the map. It's up there. Okay, good. Sometimes these maps kind of stress me out where it's like, what are the controls for navigating? What are these things that are popping up? Are they ever going to go away? Stay Moscow. But she just said go there. And Yuna says nothing. So what? I should go to her or I should go down to there? I guess just go to her. Truck or location. Oh, the in-depth podcast thing? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The other half is talking about Final Fantasy X. It's funny. I had kind of had this idea that I was like, oh, Chris doesn't like Final Fantasy X that much because you always were harassing. Oh my god, this game looks so good. You were like harassing me whenever I talk about it. You're like, oh, cue the Final Fantasy X love. And then I was talking about Morrowind a lot, and then I'm realizing when we were talking about the music in the games that, oh, we actually do have really similar tastes in Morrowind, kind of the old hardcore and Final Fantasy X, all these kind of older strategy games and stuff, older RPGs. I think we really do have pretty similar tastes in that stuff. Which makes me just want to play Morrowind, god damn it. I do remember you saying, well, just play Morrowind then. You're always talking about it. You didn't say 10. Yeah. Yeah, I generally like to think of it more as a review. It's like an ongoing review, as opposed to just being like, wow, you know, that kind of crap. I'm not playing like being spooked by something. Whoa, guys. Are you seeing what's happening? Thumbnail.
That technique is only one of myth.
The musician Yamado insists the myth is real.
I'm not surprised. People often speak of his stories with excitement.
Should we try some Japanese?
Tale near Komatsu Forge. If it's as powerful as the story claims, let's hope you never face the technique in battle.
Well, that's the interesting thing, too, is that it's a community review we're doing. Because I like that you don't run over her like in Red Dead. It's so realistic. When you make a mistake, you're punished forever. Because there are so many different ideas of like what makes a good game. What Lenot would find so interesting and what I would hate, and kind of vice versa. Like you say, hardcore but not too hardcore. Travel to the estate. Here we go. Oh. Can you catch up to me while I'm running so I can leap onto you? Run alongside me, please. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That is just great. Oh, bamboo. Better grab it. Community review, because there's just different opinions on games. Like, you really, I mean, there's a quality to a game, of course, that you can think of in a scientific objectionable way. Objectionable? No. What are those two things? Where something is like opinion based or something is kind of scientific. But
Lady Masako should be here.
Oh, I feel like there's traps gonna happen. I was gonna try the Japanese audio. But then there's other things that are like, well, do you find, I hate this shit when they highlight something and they force you to look at it. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Collect crap. Yes. Open world game. Do you want this to be immersive or do you want to force me? Huh? I guess that's Japanese. Okay. Change language, you'll lose unsaved progress? I lost my trail of thought. Objectivity. Yeah, there's a, like, there's sort of there's an objectivity of what is good and what isn't. But there's also a subjectivity, thank you so much, of what is fun. And, oh, trap! Okay, how do I play? Oh, nice, a tree. What's... Oh, that was throw. Throw the thing. There we go. Tell me where she is! Oh, he's dead. The camera's not great because they let everything stay fully formed. But the AI, amazing. But yeah, man, I feel the same way about Morrowind. I just always want to play it. I just always want to... I want to play the first hour of Morrowind every day of my life. I just want to fire it up, play that first hour. I want to wake up on the boat. That'd be an interesting kind of podcast series. Playing the first hour of Morrowind every day. Create a new character, step out into the world, walk on down the path, find little separate things every time. The remains of a battle. I do find the English guys a little bit cheesy and distracting. I think not knowing what they're saying and how they're saying it, I don't know, seems more immersive or more believable in a way. Surely that'd get old fast. I don't know, you could make some pretty cool characters without the fear of being stuck with that character loadout for 100 hours, right? You could make a Redmond mage axe thrower. Darrow! Never played Morrowind. What's so great about the first hour? Just kind of nostalgic? Not really, because I've never really gotten that far in the game. What's interesting about it is that you wake up on a ship, you're a slave, some guy wakes you up. Nobody likes you. You get kicked off a ship, the water looks amazing, you see this exotic place, you're kind of treated like crap. Serene! Been loving your Instagram. And then you create your character. There's so many choices. There's some secrets you can find. And you go out there and they just give you... they just give you directions. And they give you some options. It's one of the best Skyrim games for... Not Skyrim games, Jesus Christ. It's the best Elder Scroll game for having a balance of like when you should do the main quest and when you should do side quests. Where they'll actually tell you like, go do some side quest stuff, go join some guilds. Whereas in like Skyrim, they're always telling you, we must hurry! But, come on. Elder Scrolls is like the game where you'll least hurry to do anything. So, I'm sorry. For people that just want to see this game, I'm wandering around like a moron. God, I love the way this game looks. I love all the detective stuff in this game. Toyota. The subtitles are tiny. Is there a way to make them bigger? Subtitles. No, they're pretty tiny. Wandering around's the best way to play a game? I think so too, yeah. Even a Mario game, you just wander forward and jump on things. Accessibility. Subtitle backdrop? How about bigger subtitle? Gotta check the stables. Cool. Yeah, it's they'll give you directions and they go, it's down the road. You'll see signs along the way, and then you just encounter things, and you're like immersed in the environment. You have huge control on what you can do with your character. You can join a lot of different guilds. The guilds are competing against each other. You're influencing how those guilds are doing and how they are competing against each other. Someone took the horses. Blood's dry. You know, I think that I like the Japanese voice, but just for the ease of Daryl and maybe some other people, I'll put English on. You will lose any unsafe changes. Well, I haven't really accomplished much in 10 minutes. And then you get lost. Exactly. Caius Cascades.
If anyone survived, they may have fled on horseback.
Horseback. I don't really...
Stables. Someone took the horses.
I don't like this guy's voice.
Blood's dry.
And maybe a Japanese person wouldn't like the Japanese one, but...
Someone fled the estate. They left a trail.
I don't know. It seems like this guy's kind of affecting some kind of affectation in a way. Yeah, it feels like The Witcher, but yeah, it does actually. I like when you actually follow the... see, look at this. Oh, there's tracks, but they give you so much help. Eh. They don't have to.
Footprints. The rider was being chased.
See, this kind of... I loved when we were looking through the grass and trying to find that bear and looking at the bent grass and stuff. I'll see, I've sort of lost the trail. My fault. Bamboo. I like when, yeah, when there's some real investigation rather than them just sort of, doing like a magic glowing trail. Yeah, I've actually just recently been on a big health kick. I don't eat until 1 p.m. and I don't eat after 9 p.m. And I try to just limit what I'm eating because I was binging at night and in the morning too. Oh, okay. See, it would have been fun to kind of find that on my own, but... the end here. The horse was flying. Oh, there they go. Follow the footprints.
Archers were hunting the rider. The rider was skilled, knew how to confuse their aim.
God, it's such a good-looking game. Wow, so much style to it. You've not heard much about it? It does. I find that I really respond well to having some kind of routine with food and knowing that it works for people. When I'm left up to my own decisions for that kind of stuff, I guess I feel like I'm missing out if I'm deciding on it. So I go for it. And I think, I can just start this diet later on. Or be healthier the next day.
Dead for days.
Hello.
Musical. It's me.
Has it been a long time?
No samurai escaped Komoda. My husband.
Lord Adachi died a warrior's death.
Oh, man.
Defending our home.
Our home. Why have you come?
The game
Mongol
told me
Khan
to.
has captured Lord Shimura. If your clan joins me, we can save my uncle. And avenge your men.
See, everything is about him.
Clan Adachi
Not a good negotiator.
is dead.
If you do this for me, it'll be good for me.
By our
and
own
you.
people.
What?
Traitors.
What? Traitors. Terrified.
Would they kill
Cowards.
those who swore to protect them?
So they're scared.
I intend to find out.
I'm coming with you.
No, do not set aside your concerns for mine.
The family of samurai are my concern.
I like how he says, no,
I know,
I'm not being
but
selfless. It is my
the last
concern.
of one's clan.
I cannot be responsible for your death.
You won't be.
Ride with me.
Ride with me. Ride with me. Is this the lady that... This isn't the lady that found us earlier, right? She was more of a scavenger. Yeah, no, it wasn't really went to for the warrior's death. He did kind of look like an idiot. He went down there by himself and got some alcohol thrown on him and set on fire. Wasn't really great. Yeah, I kind of have to... When I'm living on my own, it's easier for me, Daryl, to just buy... I'll buy treats that are safe for me to binge on. I wouldn't buy like a big
They were waiting
thing of
to
chocolate.
finish what they started. The night my husband and sons rode to face the Mongols. The assassins came to our home. My sister took the children and fled. I stayed with my sons' wives to fight our attackers. We were outnumbered. And then I was the only one left.
That's how it ended for me at Komoda.
For me, it wasn't over.
Wow.
I buried them here with the rest of our family.
Yeah, I like to stay full on vegetables. I find is pretty good. Easier for your blood sugar levels, and
I
press
tried
R2 to honor
save
the dead.
But the assassins caught them on the road, cut them down. My sister, my grandchildren, even little Natsu.
Little Natu.
She was just born. All I could do was bury her with her mother.
This never should have happened.
Yeah, exactly.
My sister should have been married with her husband in the north.
That reminds me
But
of a
at
story
least
about me.
She's with family.
Oh, sad. Kids dying, babies dying. Mongols are bad. Oh god, we were playing the Banner Saga, and you get to this point where you realize
We ride for the golden.
one of the evil villains that is kind of looks like a big ghoul is actually like was a mother with a baby. It's really shocking to see a little baby monster that's alive, and you're thinking, oh no, what are we gonna do?
Sorry you endured this alone.
I am not alone. The killers are alive.
They will pay for what they did.
Every moment the killers walk free brings me shame.
You can't blame yourself.
But it is my duty to punish them for it.
Oh my god, really? Well, hair is made up of protein. So your body just starts diverting the resources.
You'll have to go in without me. Find the monk named Sogen and tell him the fate of Clan Adachi.
What are you plotting, Lady Masako?
Indulge a grieving widow. Once you've talked to Sogen, find the armorer. She is repairing something for me.
Oh.
I want you to have it.
I will do that. Thank you.
I will wait for you on the other side of the temple.
Golden nugget.
Put our faith in you, my lord.
So fun to look at. Kind of like the Witcher of just seeing people live their life is really interesting. And Red Dead Redemption 2 of feeling like you're in a time capsule museum piece. Hello, smell my armpit. Smells pretty good. Smells
Are you
like
in
you
charge
have
here?
trouble.
I think of myself as more of a servant, my lord. Please, call me Junshin. I made this temple a haven for our people.
I'll spread the word.
If they cannot make the journey, there are also camps around Ariake. I supply them with all the food I can spare.
That's good to know. I'm looking for one of your fellow monks, a man named Sogen.
I believe he is sweeping the temple deck.
Thank you, Junshin. Continue your good work.
Quite windy. Speak with the sweeping monk. God, I love the constant wind. It just kind of seemed like Sucker Punch. I know that with Infamous, they were really big into particle effects and things flying around. This is kind of like their trademark, like J.J. Abrams' lens flare. But I think it works well.
My lord, are you heading to join the rest?
What do you mean?
I've heard of a small resistance group gathering in Azumo Prefecture.
There are others fighting back against the Mongols? Brave.
Yeah.
But dangerous if they're not trained. I'll find them.
So I guess the Japanese were overrun because they were too separated with their different clans. So when the Mongols came in as a strong unified force. It's interesting though, hey Serini, your body considers the hair the least useful, so it gets rid of it when it doesn't have enough protein. But this least useful but vain thing of us wanting our hair is what would cause you to change your eating habits. What do you got?
Allow me to keep your katana light and the katana of Clan Sakai.
Katana?
An exquisite weapon.
You recognize
Deliciously
it, sir?
exquisite.
For me,
Deliciously.
every blade is unique, as recognizable as a person. Lord Sakai, bring the materials I need, and I would be honored to improve such a fine sword.
Collect 45 things in world. Bread upgrade. Sky katana.
Apologies. You don't have what we need to do the work.
Iron. Whoa.
I'll see you again.
May your steel remain sharp.
Okay. I think the black and white looks so good with the shadows.
My armor will dull the Mongols' weapons. Allow me to strengthen your armor, my lord.
Lady Masako sent me. Said you were repairing something she wanted me to have.
The armor. It's one of the finest sets I've ever worked with. Let me get it.
Oh, there we go.
It suits
That'll
you
come in handy.
perfectly, my lord. The quality is incomparable. It will serve you well, but if anything isn't to your liking, I can always make alterations. All I need are the right materials.
Is it really like keeping it within, I don't know, the proper, letting the city have it to have people that are reading very British dialogue in English with an accent? Yeah, we don't want to have, we don't want to whitewash it. All right. What do we got here? Samurai clan armor. No mask. Well, masks are now mandatory where we are. Few upgrades. I guess that's in a way of like,
I'm proud to help.
rather than having you have to pay the blacksmith to do it. It's more like, no, they'll do it for free as long as you give them the supplies that are probably rare. You know. This is the crying... Oh, these are dead bodies. In the crying corner.
Permit me to refine your armor, my lord.
Yeah, well, your body starts going into emergency mode, right? Keeping it all in. Starts retaining stuff. It's pretty smart. It's very adaptive and reactive.
Are you Sogen?
I am.
I am Sakai.
Oof, I love the cinematography here. The review I read said that these cutscenes were done really
message from
boringly,
Lady
but
Masako.
I think that they work pretty well.
Clan Adachi was attacked.
They're simple.
She is the only survivor.
But when I see them, I think
The
movie.
Mongols. Traitors. Our own people.
How horrible.
Has anyone suspicious passed through the temple? A group of armed men?
Not that I've seen, but my duties keep me far too busy. Please tell Lady Masako she's welcome to take refuge here. It's all over.
Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Assassin's Creed Unity was set in France and never had a posh British accent. I think just let people speak in their own accent is fine by me, overall. I thought Deus Ex Mankind Divided really suffered because they had people, to me, that sounded like they were faking Czech accents. Or they were just bad Czech actors, but it seemed like they were too, I can see in some cases why that would be weird. Why it could be immersion breaking, but overall I think you're trying to get the best performance out of people, and having them focus on an accent I think can be confusing to me, because I'm constantly listening to it thinking, where do you hear it break? Where do you hear them lose their accent? Because they're always kind of doing a caricature in a way. There's so many. It's like, to my friends I can fake a British accent, but to Chris, he can hear all the little micro differences I'm doing where I'm messing it up, right? Where is this lady? Tell her she can join. I don't know, look on the map. Oh, she's behind me? On the other side. She walked around. Try you? Alright, like I was, like when I think of British accents, I think of like Liverpool maybe. She can't be doing that there. She's speaking like this at me. A little bit of an uppity dandy, all roundy.
You made it!
My lord, he made it. Can't be doing that there. Speak. When Greek people try to imitate a Greek accent, and they can't do their own accent. Just finding it too difficult there. Scouse. Yeah, more of a scousey. I like when they do their CK and it's like a licking up there. It's like a glottal Arabic sound.
It fits well.
It belonged to my eldest, Shigesato.
It is an honor. I spoke to the monk.
What did Sogen say?
He offers you refuge in the temple.
So my family's killers know where to find me. We need to move.
You think Sogen is behind the massacre?
He visited my home just before the assassins. The little bastard was their scout.
That doesn't prove his guilt.
No, but it earns my suspicion. Sogen arrived from Kamiagata at the beginning of autumn.
When we first heard the Mongols plan to invade.
The plot to destroy my clan took precision, planning.
A war to cover the treachery.
God, I love these high contrast whites. Almost looks like you're in a dream, like it's glowing.
Where is that?
I wouldn't want to look at black and white all the time, but when it's done right, it can be very powerful and help you tell a different kind of story. Sort of highlights different things. I think in this way it highlights that nature sort of dominates, and the blacks are the building, with the leaves and the trees, and then sort of this ground bit being the kind of mix in between. Wait, this is another one of those like investigate and hold. Oh, ooh.
There's Sogen, leaving in a hurry.
Let's follow the wolf to his den.
Ooh, a traitor.
We can get down here.
A following mission, very ass Creed.
You sent me to frighten the monk.
I knew he would panic, make a mistake.
Oh, pretty
Now
smart.
He's leading us to his friends.
Stay close. We can't be seen.
Yeah, don't try to mansplain it. She set this whole thing up. What if he makes a turn? That would freak me out. Yeah, like the way that those harsh white, super contrasted lights on the trail just pop. It's fantastic. Yeah, and it seems like they went so above and beyond what those movies actually looked like. What were their...
I don't think so.
What was the kind of the purpose of the cinematography, the different techniques? They nailed it. Not just black and white for the sake of being black and white. It's obviously took a lot more effort than... I'm sure there were a lot of hurdles. I would love to see sort of like a dev diary on how they... what were their references? What were their big challenges? Where they think they succeeded and didn't. I mean, this looks so good. I don't have a huge desire to play it in color. I think that this is one of the few games ever that kind of freaked me out, those animals. Few games it's ever been designed to be played in black and white, so I'm going to try to take advantage of that. Like the way those shadows look really pop in black and white. Kind of gives them this sort of flatness. Makes it look more like a comic, whereas the black and white removes a bit of the depth. And then, Chris, I also lived in southeast London, out in Croydon. How would they talk there? Is it down in Croydon? Like no, don't have it. I'm thinking about buying me a crisps, packet of crisps. Is it? Get out of sight. Ted, you're so obsessed with ponies. Oh my god. I almost lost the guy. Supplies. No. The South London one was bad. How was the Scouser? Not good? Oh no. I thought my Scouser one was okay. But yeah, see, that's the thing, is to me it sounds good. I could probably trick my friends into thinking it's good. But yeah, somebody from there. Like, I've heard English people do, like a lot of British people try to do sort of like a North American accent, and you're like, you're kind of hitting the extreme parts of it, but there's so many in between parts that are so wrong.
Let's get closer.
This way.
Yeah, these guys are getting big steps in Serenity. But they're on a rice diet. With a little bit of proteins. Did he go up there?
Masako's alive. She has a samurai with her.
Oh.
That must be who killed our man at the estate. You fools. Now they know I'm part of this. You have to find them. Keep your voice down. I'm going inside. Don't come back until they're dead.
Those men slaughtered my family. Spare the monk. The rest can die.
Send your best warrior.
Nice. That duel looked a little clumsy where everybody was, but it's a pretty nice way to stop. Yeah, I think actually in this game they do talk about millet, don't they? I don't know who's who. Oh. Ow. Ow. Can you you can't get out of this, you just have to wait for them. You can do an upgrade where you can come back from that, but until you get it.
Throw your blades.
I think living in a city is good for that, where you can just like walk all day long and really pack up the steps. It's nice to kind of gamify it, you know? kind of hard to see everything going on. Yeah, it is. Kind of feels like a multiplayer game where you're at their mercy. You can upgrade this thing too, where you can take like 2 people with the first one. Wait, hold, wait. There you go. Yeah. This guy's kind of tough. Oh. So that time I did like a 2 light. You can do a heavy and then a quick light to break the guard. It's pretty intuitive and dynamic, I'd say. You're not like locked into certain combos or certain strategies that are only going to be effective or sort of what the game wants you to do. It's kind of like the difference between, you know, Tekken had these really programmed combos. It was like you had to learn the 10-hit combo the way they wanted you to do it. It was sort of like inputting just a long memorization string, as opposed to say like Virtua Fighter, where you had less buttons, but it was more intuitive and you could kind of string things together the way you felt were right. They weren't always going to work, but yeah, like I feel like I can do this sort of heavy, a few heavies to try to open them up or wait for the parry or the counter. Feels pretty good. And then you're also going to yeah.
Sogen went inside
Double
the
team.
inn. Let's go.
I'm interested to see what this whole story is. It's been actually pretty nice writing for the tradership, and I actually trusted the guy when we first saw him. I didn't realize he was going to be a bit of a rat. And that's why she didn't go in. That makes sense.
There's nowhere to run, Sogen.
What's the story?
You destroyed Clan Adachi.
I was only a
Not
messenger.
cool.
For who?
Knowledge does not end suffering.
Oh, that's a good line.
Of suffering.
Masako,
I buried my family, one by one. It took days. But I'm going to leave you.
She's like complaining about the work.
Wolves.
we need him alive to tell us who he serves.
Our world has changed. Men of vision must rise to face it. And those in the way must be removed.
They were children!
Masako!
You think you get sort of like skin chunks on your face too.
He was never going to talk.
We still need information. There has to be something we can use. Search outside. I'll deal with things in here.
Find me when you're done.
Yeah, I like this sort of differing philosophy of him and his honor versus the thief girl. This guy saying like, you know, things need to change from the feudal clan way to siding with, I guess, the stronger sides. If you're going to be ruled by people, maybe just like be ruled by the winning team. It's interesting.
They've run out of food. Must have been here a while.
That's an interesting note. I find a lot of the
Spare weapons.
dialogue inside of the twists and turns to be more mature than I thought they're going to be. I thought it was going to be a bit more of like, I don't know, just kind of cheesy and generic, but not actually considering the consequences of things and what each action means. It feels like there's a lot of stakes in this game.
Masako might know them.
Sogen's on that list. And then her kind of rationalizing to herself, he never would have talked, even though it sounds like she's more trying to convince herself than you. As long as you look cool, then kill whoever. I wonder if that's what serial killers think. As they're killing someone, they go, oh, I look so cool right now. As I rip off this person's skin. Like that kind of, oh man, that looks nice. So how would that look with color? Whoa. Yellow? know what? I'm really happy with it in the Kurosawa mode. I think I kind of feel like there's a bit more of my imagination with it.
A list of names and a clan symbol.
I found the same symbol on these men. I've never seen it before.
A rival clan moving in to take control. We have to stop them.
I will.
You cannot do it alone. When my uncle hears of this, he will not rest until the traitors pay for what they did. Help me, and we will bring down everyone who hurt you.
Together. When you need help rescuing your uncle, I will be there.
Thank you, Lady Masako.
Until that time, I have work to do.
That's my noble.
That was pretty interesting. Enjoyed that. Recruit. This guy's so selfish. Yeah, I wasn't expecting yellow. I thought more like pink cherry blossoms or kind of brown, some more like nature tones or muted tones, or not bright yellow and blues everywhere. It's actually kind of overwhelming, all the color. This kind of stuff where you can't control anything, I find kind of frustrating in a game. It's like this, where they take the control away and they put something up. It's like, you know, when you open up a new app or you go to a new website and they throw that splash screen at you and they're like, what's new? Take a tour. And you go, no thanks. I got it. No thanks. Got it. No thanks. So, did I get technique like this kind of stuff? Mythic Tales available. Blah, 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 blah. Moderate legend increase. What's Heavenly Strike? That could be really useful. Is it one of these? No. Triangle, 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 stone stance. Do I have to equip stone stance? It doesn't feel like when I was pressing triangle, 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 nothing was happening. Hold triangle and then tap it. I don't know if I have to, cycle through these stances. There are red and pink trees, depends what region you're in. Oh, I guess the color would be another way of, making it feel like you are in different spots. Different areas. Mythic Tales are great. You get a cool little scene too when you start them. Alright. Could be fun. Perfect healing parry. A parry. We only got one technique point though. Parry an unblockable attack. Unyielding sword parry. Can be done in any stance. So you do have to cycle through the stances. So what can I parry? I want to parry them all. I don't quite understand the different stances. Am I in select stance or quickfire weapon? Your acne scars are fading. You can't stop touching your forehead. Ooh, it's like a brand new forehead. You're growing up. Alright, let's try that Myth Buster. Heavenly Strike. Komatsu. That sounds familiar. Komatsu. Oh, I'm in color. How disgusting. Boop. There we go. What was I doing? Guess it helps me pop off the screen. Great. Fantastic. Let's go. Oh, it's just over to the left too. Uh-oh. Ninja roll! Ugh. Is he gonna get up? No, I'm dead. I've been pretty lucky with acne. I'd have, like the odd little bit in high school, but it never kind of took over my face like I've seen with other people. Oh, wow, nice. So nice to get to hit this like flat land and the grass and go along the water. This sort of looks like a Witcher area.
Calm down. Who's been taken?
The invaders took our house. Down the road. My wife is there. With my son.
You left your family behind?
What choice did I have? I'm no warrior.
I'll help them. Stay
Frustrated sigh. I'm not mad, just disappointed. Oh. Rescue their family from the Mongols.
Mongols. Throw your blades!
Time to turn this down. There we go. Oh, that's what that... I was wondering, was that like some kind of like goblin leg kind of thing? Or I didn't realize that was the horse leg. Oh. Ooh. Ouch. 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 Oh, totally overwhelmed. Ah! God, it's like the end of a Last of Us death scene. Okay. Maybe I could sneak up on them.
Mongols.
Use the ninja technique. No need to stand off. Let's try to take out that big guy with the turtle back. Or could we just rescue them before they come out? Uh-oh. I'm in the grass. Oh, he actually didn't quite see me. Or maybe he did. Standoff? Huh? Oh, I find those guys shoot so fast at you. So can I do this? 1, 2... Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, it makes me want to play Banner Saga. Thinking about those archers. They lost track of me? Where'd he go? Yeah! That's good. Ah! Hard to deal with a lot of these guys at once. Oh! Yeah! Yes. Just remember to do the circle into the left, as opposed to just like circle in any direction, left and right kind of thing. I like that it doesn't matter where you're facing. I think that looks cooler in terms of like a samurai fight, and also just kind of works well with the limitations of trying to aim a camera in a third-person 3D game with tons of enemies coming after you.
The man mentioned a wife and child.
Yeah, it can be fun, Serenity. Because you have that statuesque look. No, 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 no.
Maybe outside.
Maybe they're hiding. Maybe they got away. Yeah, I find that the black and white just gives the fire and the nature, the trees, the wood of the houses. I think it just works really, really well. Especially with anything that's backlit.
Laundry, still damp. The attack was sudden.
Oh my god, laundry machines are one of the greatest inventions we've ever come up with. Couldn't imagine trying to, like, carrying all your clothes down there, shaking them in a river, banging them with rocks. It's too bad they don't give you kind of a clue and then that clue points you in the direction of the clue with your actual thinking about it and looking around rather than just sort of looking on the screen and finding indicators. It's like they're sort of half into...
Someone was killed here.
They're like half into kind of what makes Breath of the Wild work, and then they sort of resort to the other half of like, well, we'll just go traditional, put it on the screen, show the person. As in, it's like they don't really know, kind of give up on how you can make it something you're going to search for. Like in that game Judgment, you know, the Yakuza game. Yeah, you would look for clues, but you wouldn't really... It was just like a matter of time. It had nothing to do with thought, you know. How you would do that, I don't exactly know, but... Alright, there was a lot of blood right here. So... Follow the blood, dummy. There you go, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of blood, follow the blood. Perfect. Oh, look at the way that blood shines and glints. Becomes so white.
Bodies were dragged, thrown in the water.
Yes, thrown in the water.
A child's toy. His family didn't survive. I should let him know.
Because of the toy? Because even when you're running away for your life, kids are still going to be annoying enough to go, I'm not going to go until I have my toy. Sweetie, the Mongols are trying to rip our hearts out. I want my toy. And we're dead. He's over there complaining about the laundry. Bitch didn't do my laundry. She's gonna get it when I see her.
My lord, did you find them?
Bad news.
Your family was killed. I'm sorry.
Why didn't you save them?
What?
I ran. Like a coward. I should be dead too.
It's not your fault.
Now you
Don't
can
let their
make
deaths
more
be in
kids.
vain. Resist the invaders. Help those in need.
Yes, my lord.
It's a nice little effect. Technique point earned. They're pretty quick. Lots of information. Doesn't dwell too long on any one thing. Quick little battle. Quick little story. Quick little story with him where the kids were dragged off. I feel like he kind of... I think I would have wanted to find a body before I said they're dead because I found a toy. Yeah. What is this? Lightning returns? Found the toy. They're dead. Don't worry about it. Move on. Okay. I get a technique point, yes. Stupid charms. What do we got here? Parry an unblockable attack. Blue glinting lines can be parried. Right. I'm playing in black and white. So what would that be? Parry incoming projectiles? While blocking? Does that mean I have to hold block and then tap it or no? Gain moderate resolve, basing parry. Unblockable spear. That'd be handy. I think let's just build these up. Perfect parries, recover health. I'm not too worried about health, because when you die, it doesn't seem to matter. I don't want to be rolling around. Shoulder charge is kind of cool. A delayed quick attack. Hold square to initiate, release it to strike. That was pretty fast. I can, you know, in terms of these big open world games, pacing them can be, well, pacing them is a huge part of enjoying the gameplay loop, right? Did I not go here? This is a different guy. Was that just a random dude? Oh.
Good horse, Noble.
I thought this was the Heavenly Strike guy. This was just a random fella. Interesting.
Golden bird. Some say they know every secret on this island. I wonder where it's going.
Gotta follow that bloody bird. Look at the way that fog and steam sort of really pops.
Protect me.
In the black and white.
Dead bodies.
I haven't felt much
Who killed
slowdown,
these people?
but I haven't done like a
A fearsome
lot of enemies on
warrior.
the screen at once.
He demanded I tell him the tale of Shigenori's heavenly strike. When he didn't hear the answers he sought, he flew into a rage and butchered them.
What did he want to know?
I am not sure, my lord.
Tell me the story. I need to know what he's after.
When Tsushima was first settled, a strange and terrible thunderstorm swept across our island. Wherever lightning struck, beasts of lightning appeared. These violent creatures tore through villages, causing death and destruction, moving too quickly to be stopped. The people knew only one man who could possibly stand against the lightning beasts. Shigenori, the fastest swordsman in all of Tsushima. Shigenori never lost a duel. With years of practice, he had created the Heavenly Strike, an attack that struck quicker than the eye could follow. Shigenori lured the creatures to a desolate beach in Komatsu, where the sand would slow their movement. Their clash turned the sand to ash and bleached the leaves of trees white. Shigenori's heavenly strike cut through them faster than they could move. As the final beast fell, the storm cleared, and Tsushima was safe again. Shigenori began a life of seclusion. Few students found him, and only the bravest and most skilled proved worthy of learning the heavenly strike. When a storm approaches, a sword is placed at Shigenori's rest by a student who knows of its location to ward off attacks from beasts of nature.
Sort of like about Sekiro is that
The murderer wishes to learn
samurai
Shigenori's
mixed with
heavenly
sort of like
strike.
fantasy and magic
Sounds
elements.
dangerous in the wrong
Really
hands.
fun and
Which way did he
a lot
go?
of room to
A
play.
woman fled toward a nearby bridge.
Whereas this they're more limited, right?
Chased
You can have the
He'll
tales
answer what
of
he did
magic,
here.
but it's not actually there. I like the way that moves. It looks really realistic. You're facing the wrong way, horse.
That's the
Yeah.
bridge the musician mentioned.
So far, the loop has been pretty good. Everything is
Where?
similar to like what I like about Breath of the Wild is that things don't take that long. Although with Breath of the Wild, things kind of take as long as you want them to, in a way. This is more cinematic story based, so they're going to be set to how long they've decided it to be. But I think it's so far works pretty well. Because if you break everything up into these little bite-sized bits, and you're gaining something really tangible every time. Turn to the search area. It's a nice way of keeping you progressing along, right? I get a lot of wind in this room. Not only is it comfortable, it makes me feel like I'm inside this game. What was he doing to that rock? So realistic. Are you a bit farther than me, Daryl? Sounds like it. Sounds like you've done some of these before already. Yeah, my biggest worry about it was that it was going to be too generic with the gameplay stuff, too handholdy, and not of an interesting story. And so far, it's really impressed me in all those areas. Kind of makes me want to go back and try an Infamous game.
My lord, so many. Slaughtered.
You're right near the end already? Whoa, you don't waste
The man
time.
who killed them?
I know who he is. Yasuhira Koga.
I've heard the name. He fought for the Yarikawa clan. Would you recognize him?
I'll never forget that leering face.
Follow me. Perhaps I can pick up his trail on the other side of the bridge. Horse tracks. Yasuhira was in a hurry.
Did he cross the bridge? A fire. I think you're going the wrong way. You're right near the end. Wow. Holds up pretty good in terms of the loop throughout. There's an island in Greece called Hydra. Cars and motorcycles are not allowed. Only bike, horse, or donkey. What about helicopters?
What more do you know of Yasuhira Koga?
Oh, there we go.
Only that he was a retainer for the Yarikawa clan years ago.
After the rebellion was crushed, the clan was dissolved and retainers dismissed.
Rumor says he left Tsushima, but when the Mongols attacked, he returned. From where? I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter. He cannot be allowed to live after what he's done.
Too small for helicopters? Yeah. That's my problem. Like, I would totally have a helicopter, but where I am is too small. If only it was a little bit bigger, I'd have so many helicopters. Airplanes. I'd love to have a personal helicopter, but they
Up
look
ahead.
terrifying.
They're constructing a roadblock.
It's a drone, more powerful enough to carry my fat ass.
Mongols, hide yourself. Hey!
Hey! Hey! Hey! Oh! The heavenly strike. Okay, now I have upgraded parries, I believe. Yeah, it'd be nice to unlock some more combos and stuff, just to maybe keep the combat a little more interesting with what you can do. It just seems like I'm doing a lot of light attacks, which is, I guess, has been my choice. Oh, oh. Oh. Nice. Yeah. That's cool. Oh. Now imagine if I saw that. Kinda sound like Skyrim. Oh, ba 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 ba. Yes. Oh no. He has the high ground. Oh man, the black and white makes this look so good. These deep shadows, they'll come out of the woodwork. Back to work.
I don't see Yasuhira Koga anywhere.
We're pursuing a man named Yasuhira Koga.
He just left. He's been staying in the watchtower.
Working with the Mongols?
Yes, but last night they argued. Only made out one word. Shigenori.
I'll search the watchtower. Find somewhere safe before more Mongols come.
Shigenori means soap. They were arguing about cleaning. He said the Mongols are too stinky. Oof, listen to that rain.
What has Yasuhira been doing? White leaves, like those bleached by lightning in the tail. The Mongols have their own version of Shigenori's tale. Maybe he wanted to compare it to the musician's version.
I always find rain really hilarious. Everything's gonna get wet. Everything. Then it'll dry. Nothing you can do about it. It cleans away smog. Very restorative. Plants grow. Vegetables. What's that metal tingity-pingity sound? Ooh, what's up there? Very Breath of the Wild. See something off in the distance. It looks interesting. Go check it out. Petrichor scent. Yeah, isn't the petrichor is when after a rainfall that sort of smell? Petrichor? Petrichor. Sounds like a dark beast of rain. After the rains, the petrichors come out. Search the watchtower. I did. Not enough. Not enough, you goober. My dad hates wind. He's like, you know those JRPGs where there's opposing elements? He's like, Earth. I don't like the wind. Just wind in general he doesn't like. Too blowy. The cold rain. We get very crazy extremist weather here, but it'll often rain when it's warm.
What has Yasuhira been doing?
It's nice.
The Mongols have their own version of Shigenori's tale. Maybe he wanted to compare it to the musician's version. White leaves, like those bleached by lightning in the tail.
Ah, there you go.
The dueling ring. He's looking for it. Yasuhira is looking for someone who can teach him Shigenori's heavenly strike.
The white leaves. There are trees like that not far from here.
That's where he went. You've helped enough. Get to safety with the others.
Thank you, my lord. I hope you punish that monster.
Are we gonna go up to that
Find
spot
white
that I saw?
leaves, trees.
Yes, awesome. That thing was off in the distance. Oh, look at this bird. The white feathered bird. Oh, yeah, that's where it is. Nice telegraphing. Stuff like that where it's kind of makes you feel like you figured it out, or at least you've been paying attention to it and it's leading you along. Just a bit of a reward for having your eyes open in any way at all. There he is.
Careful, my lord.
Nope.
This path is dangerous.
Slippery. Smashed my head on a big piece of metal today. It's awful. It still has this big giant drying rack. Great for holding lots of heavy pieces of art, but definitely hurts my head when I smash into it. What's gonna happen? Am I gonna do like some kind of acrobatic land onto there? What's the bird telling me? Yes. Now what? Look for the white leaf tree. Well, I think I kind of got myself into a bit of a pickle here. Oh. Oh, maybe you can grab onto... Maybe you can grab onto that tree? Huh? Oh, yeah. Cool. That worked. Yes. 1X flowers. Not as good as the triple X flowers, but good. This feels really weird for a game that's so realistic. The way he's jumping on the trees. I guess the samurai movies had some stuff that was slightly unrealistic, sort of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but 100 years ago. Ooh, what a view. And the frame rate still keeps up. Bonsai! You would. No. Yes. Even when you fail, there's a reward. 2 rewards. Bamboo, 1X flowers. Yeah, just when you show a little neck. It's 1X. This music's different than all the music that's come before. Yeah, it's a bit, I can kind of see it being a samurai movie, but so often he sort of like falls to his death. Like, okay, I get it. You're going for this ultra-realistic thing, but... It's kind of what makes the samurai movies cool, is that they were based on a reality, you know, or like medieval movies. People were actually learning these skills, nunchuck skills, sword fighting skills, and using them against each other. Throwing human against human. Coming to a reality that you could die at any point, and that you're risking your life to save those of others of your community. And then the futility of it all being humans killing humans. Just because I'm from this part of the earth and you're from that. But then, yeah, when you're jumping around, it's kind of silly. I guess they just wanted something a little more interesting. Kind of broke it up a bit. As opposed to just running up a path and what would be the challenge, right? Nothing. So... That's what was fun about Sekiro with the grappling hook. Super fun traversal. And it had the option where nothing felt goofy. Because there was the idea that there was going to be fantasy and magic, right? It's like what I love about Shadowrun is that it's cyberpunk, but it also has fantasy and magic. So just put that into everything. World War II with fantasy and magic. Like Wonder Woman. Or was that World War I? Not really that important.
Must have gathered leaves from here.
I'm holding down and worried about falling to my doom. Wood. Can feel a little bit empty, but I think that there's enough of trying to find out where you're going to fill up the area, and it looks nice enough. What's SLV mean? Super Slovakian Canadian? Is that what you're talking about? Slave. Kajian. Canadian. I don't want to jinx myself, but it is nice to not be playing a game like Last of Us Part 2 where you're constantly worried about being spoiled. Is this how I came down? Or I need to go up? There's a rope. Super. I don't really understand anything you're saying there, guy. Oh. Yeah, they're kind of trying to have it both ways with the leaping around. I think it works though, but it's a bit jarring from what you've been experiencing before. Yeah, it kind of like warps to them. Fun though. You know, it's a nice little diversion, something different in the gameplay. Shigenori's Peak.
There it is.
What?
White leaves, like those bleached by lightning in the tail.
Those are whiter than all the other ones I saw. Couldn't I get to it from down there? Guess not. Travel to the White Tree Grove. You're Brazilian. Amazemo. Amazemo. Saudade. Obrigado. Tudo bem. Tudo bem? Tudo bem? Welcome. Bienvenido. Insensate. Bam bararum bam bam bararum dum darum dum dum dararu da do da do de 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 dum dararum dum bam bararum dum boom 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 boom. I love Brazilian music. Oh, this is really the white-leaved grove and a house. Be a nice place to live.
I told him everything I know.
Someone's being tortured. Show me your skill!
Skills, show me your dueling skills, your sword skills, your Japanese skills, general samurai skills. Ooh, he's got a big sword and a big shield. He's a big boy. And he's down. Oh, it's fighting the grass. Uh-oh. 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 So some of them I can counter. But not all. Beach boss. Oh, nice stab. That's fun. In Portuguese? No. No, now Portuguese. But I like the language. And I used to live with people from Brazil who spoke Portuguese. Oh no, I want to do the duel with the really big guy, not this little guy. This guy could take it on my own. Watch his shoulder. Watch his shoulder. Yeah.
Stop! I told him everything I know.
Okay, oh, back up. I need to see what's going on here. Okay. Uh-oh. Interesting choice that they didn't go with lock-on. You know, lock-on has been such a... What country? I live in Canada. Canada. But I used to live in England, and there are a lot of Brazilian people there. Yeah, because we've had lock-on in games since, what, 1998 in Zelda. I like them not feeling like they need it. Trying to have interesting combo without a lock-on. I think works for the most part. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think in the black and white it's like, well, which ones can I counter and which ones can I not? You know? Because there's like the two-bladed one I can. In this one I cannot. Techniques, let's see. Ooh. Parry an unblockable attack from Mongol swords. Sure. Parry incoming projectiles. Not speed attacks. I might do some assassinating first.
You wait. Stop! I told him everything I know.
That's a big, quite the big shield you got there, buddy boy. Whoa. So many. At least I can block the archers now. That's pretty helpful. Let's just fight up here. Be really dramatic. Let's take out these archers first. Where did they go? There he is. There, chop this guy up. It was unblockable. Oh, more archers. There we go. Ah. Oh boy. Pretty tense. Ha! He got hit by his arrow. I didn't know they could do that. They did say that they'll tell their co-workers that to dodge, you know. And they didn't. I don't like that parry. Parries on L1 and circles for the dodge. While you're also worried about attacking. I mean, as if they're both, if you could do the dodge on R1, it'd be really handy. But they don't let you change.
Stop! I told him everything I know.
Ah. Yeah, see, like, figuring out circle at the same time is annoying. Kind of like your fingers and your thumbs split quite a bit. Because your thumb is handling the attack, plus the dodge. Ah. Shoot the tree. There you go, you big dummy. At least now I can basically auto-block these. I believe. Makes it a lot easier. Oh yeah, I also have this arrow. I told you everything I know! Ooh, that's kind of neat, holding up the arm like that and what, stabbing him under the armpit? Get to the heart of the matter. Enemies nearby. Upgrades available for the armor. What can we do? View your upgrades. Reduce all damage by a major amount. Well, visit someone to upgrade. Massive increase to health. Taking damage. Ooh, I like that. Grants more resolve. What's that all about? Ah! These fucking archers. Where are they? It didn't work. Could be really quick at that. Yeah, get in there. Can't see a bloody thing. Pretty exciting. And pretty simple, you know? They tell you, it's like Sekiro, they kind of show you the things you can dodge or not. That last one. Brutal. Alright, let's try. Let me try taking some of these guys out. Can I shoot this guy in the brain? Oh. 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 There you go. Yeah, the 3 power attack worked pretty well. Oh. I killed him right away? Yeah. Yeah, use more power attacks. I might have been too reflexively doing a light attack with every single parry, you know? Could have been the problem. Give him the kunai. Yeah, stun him. Finish him off. Okay. You kind of have to like stop what you're doing. Stop running away before you can heal. Just an interesting way of doing it. Sometimes you have to kind of make a decision with the controls of like where the buttons are so that you don't have access to everything all at the same time. In a way, that is a part of the gameplay. Long combos with these guys. Oh. There we go. This is nice. Well, when you leave these guys to the end, they're actually quite simple to deal with. It's cool that you do have to go out there and get kills and do parries and stuff to be able to heal. So you have to be involved, you know. I think that's important. Jeez. Guy looks like the other guy who abandoned his family.
Was a man named Yasuhira with these Mongols.
He wanted to learn the heavenly strike from my grandfather and took him away.
Your grandfather's in danger. Where did they go?
His old training ground. A dueling ring on the Komatsu coast. Please, save him.
That's actually going to be it for today. We'll be back with music in an hour and a half on my Matthew Falvey channel. As you can see here. 7:30 Eastern Time, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And we'll be back with this game and some Banner Saga tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Have a